Hello and welcome. I'm Kay Jack, the creator of Soulfire Rising. So this 1 hour movement flow is really going to help you cultivate your inner fire, stoke those energies a little bit, and open up your heart center. There'll be a combination of yoga postures that you might be familiar with, and then just moving in our body. So I want you to let go of any expectation of this has to be these postures, and these postures are gonna look this way. So what I teach is a different style of movement. And I really want you to tap into your intuition, and I want you to feel safe in your body. So first and foremost, before we get started, that's what we want to cultivate, safety. So in this moment, just take a moment to close your eyes. And if you haven't already gathered your props, maybe take this moment to go find a yoga mat or a towel, something that can be stable underneath you as you do your practice today. You might want 2 blocks. You might want a strap with some of the postures that we'll be doing today. But I really want you to feel at home in your body. So whatever things you need in your immediate surrounding to feel at home, I've got a blanket because I know that in my final resting pose of Shavasana, where we really reap the benefits of the cleansing practice that we'll do, I really like to have a blanket to place over me. Maybe if you're doing this in the daytime, open up a window, let some light in. We'll be getting our bodies stimulated today. But as always, listen to yourself first and only do as much as you're capable of doing. These are all just suggestions. So once you've found your props, you can sit on a block if you'd like, if that's comfortable for you, or you can just sit on the ground, whatever feels best. When you're ready, begin to gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. If you're softening your gaze, just gaze down at the ground and find a stable spine. So rock side to side, forward and back. We'll be moving our spine a lot today. And once you found that place where the spine stacks one on top of the other, pause there and bring awareness to your breath. Just notice the qualities. Notice if your breath feels free or maybe a little shallow. Just be with that without judgment, acknowledging what is here. We can't clean up the dirt if we can't see it. Really keep that in mind today as we move throughout our practice. If something is grabbing your attention, go there. Allow it to grab your attention. Allow yourself to be fully with whatever sensation or whatever thought is coming up. And then just like we're doing now, use the breath. Once you've fully become aware of the sensation or thought, use the breath to wash it out. So as we travel through our practice today, the heat of your body is going to stimulate your breath. So the breath will naturally wash you right out, cleansing anything that's stagnant or that no longer serves you. Begin to deepen your breath. So now, with a little conscious control, focus on the exhale. And maybe squeeze the belly button to spine. And notice that as you focus on this exhale, the inspiration wants to come. So once you get that urge to breathe, allow your belly to fill up. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Maybe open and close it a few times. Again, settling into the safety of your body. Maybe in this moment you don't feel completely safe. Maybe you can make some adjustments to get out of a sensation that's distracting you. Or again, just use the breath to wash it out. But keep it as an awareness rather than as something that needs to change. As you lengthen your breath, allow it to fill up your rib cage out to the sides. So the breath should feel long, deep, and stretched. A few more rounds like this, finding your rhythm. And this rhythm will be important throughout our practice for you to come back to as you address those little cobwebs in your body, so you can wake up to your potential and to your fire and that light that radiates from the inside out. See if you can drop your shoulders down and back 10% more. Maybe you can unhinge the jaw even more. Play with placing your tongue, the tip of your tongue, behind your front teeth, gently on the roof of your mouth. And notice how that changes your jaw position. A few more moments here like this. We'll move into a breath practice called Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breath. This helps balance the masculine and feminine parts of our bodies. If you're not familiar with this breath, if your eyes are closed, you can flutter them open and take a look at the screen. So we'll place our pointer finger and second finger, the base of our palm, on that pad, thumb pad. The thumb and the ring finger will be the active fingers, where we'll block the right nostril with the thumb and left nostril with the ring finger. So you'll use your right hand. And you'll stay with these long, full breaths as you cover each nostril. And when we get started, we'll begin on the left. And as we breathe in, we'll imagine the breath crossing over at our third eye point. And then as we exhale through the right nostril, you'll cover your left nostril. Exhale through the right. And then you'll inhale the same side, cover with the thumb, exhale through the left. And then when you're ready to take that inspiration, inhale through the left, cover, and exhale. So you'll have an exhale and inhale. You'll cover, exhale, inhale, switch. Exhale, inhale, switch. You can try that out a few times. And on your next exhale, empty completely. Plug the right nostril, inhale. Cover the left, exhale out the right. Again, focusing on your exhale to slow your body down. Cover, inhale. Cover, exhale. Inhale. Cover, exhale. Inhale. Cover. Exhale. Inhale. Cover. Exhale. Inhale, same side. Cover and exhale. So now, moving at your own pace, continue this process, inhaling and exhaling through one nostril, covering and switching to the other side with your exhale. inhale the same side. And when you're ready to exhale, cover out the other side. So keep this going, this alternate nostril breath. Finding your rhythm. And once you've got that rhythm, letting your eyes close and soften. And if this is too much at any point, just put the hand down and just visualize the breath going in and out, left and right. Take a few more rounds without rushing. The next time you inhale through your right nostril, cover the right and exhale through the left. Release the mudra. Bring your palm down to your lap and just begin to breathe normally. Just notice what you feel in your body. Notice the quality of your breath, the quality of your physical body, the sensations, the quality of your mind. And begin our movement. Place your palms down on your knees. So ideally, you can keep your eyes closed for most of this practice, opening them when it feels right and good, or checking in the screen to see what I'm up to. Move your body, your spine forward and back in an arching motion. It'll be like a seated cat-cow. Feel it, inhale, chest will come forward. You can even look up a little bit and exhale around your spine. Find expansion in your chest as you come forward. And find a nice stretch in your back as you round your spine. See if you can use your breath to guide you in and out of this spine undulation. In your next inhale, come back to center. Inhale your arms up and out to the side. Plug your fingertips into the ceiling. And exhale, twist to the right. Feel free to adjust your seat if your feet are getting numb. Or if your knees are hurting, grab a blanket and place them underneath. We'll only be here for a few more rounds. Inhale and exhale on the left side. You can even gaze behind your shoulder. Do that one more time each side. Inhale, reach up. And exhale to the right, looking over your shoulder. A few breaths here. Allowing this to be a gentle twist. Inhale your arms back up to center. And then exhale to the left. So as we move, I'll guide your breath, your inhales and your exhales. But I want you to keep in mind that your breath has its own rhythm. So I might say inhale, and you might not be ready for an inhale yet. So move once you are ready for that inhale. So on your next inhale, arms up to the center, back facing front. Exhale, hands down through Anjali Mudra, or prayer right in front of your heart. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. And before we get into our movement, our heavier movement, the little bit of the stimulation, just see what's coming up for you in your body right now. See what the biggest thing that you would like to focus on clearing so you can be free to live your dream, to live in your light, to live in your joy and your radiance. Where in your body does that dirt pile live, or that cobweb system that needs a little extra support today? Once your body has given you that answer, see if you can align your mind and your breath to that intention of clearing out this cobweb. Give it your full awareness. And if your mind starts running away with thoughts, just bring it back to the body where you felt the cobwebs, that stickiness. And just send gratitude and awareness and let it know that you're cleaning it out with your practice today, with your movement. Once that feels complete, move whatever you're sitting on out to the side. So if you do have blocks, I like to keep a block at the front of my mat and the back of my mat. So that way I have support on either side if I should need it. Get onto all fours, stack your shoulders above your wrists, hips above your knees. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round the spine. All fours, cat-cow. So use your inhale to arch your spine and your exhale to press the floor away. So this is where you'll want to start moving with your own breath. Inhale and exhale. Continue to move like this with your breath. Right here is where we find that flow. How can your breath caress and rinse out your cobweb? Oftentimes by just bringing awareness and conscious attention and contemplation to whatever it is, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, that is giving us discomfort or dis-ease. If we just bring awareness to it, it can start to move. So let all of your awareness be with your little cobweb right now, without judgment. Just let it be. On your next inhale, come back to center. And we'll exhale, press up into a down dog, hips nice and high. Pedal out your heels here. Keep your knees bent, send the hips a little higher. So stay with your breath. Your next inhale, float forward to a plank. You can rest your knees here. Plank is too much. See that your shoulders are stacked above your wrists. Press the floor away, squeeze the belly button to spine. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, back to center. Again, you can be on your knees for this. Left knee to right elbow. Really stimulating our stomach and our core to get the blood moving. Use your breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. When you're ready, inhale back to center. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Continue like this for a few more rounds with your breath. Inhale back to plank. Exhale, drop the knees, child's pose. Let your awareness be on your intention. Massage the forehead against your mat. Bring the pinkies onto your mat, palms facing each other in your child's pose. Reach the pinkies forward. Notice how that changes the stretch. See if you can let your belly fall in between your thighs. If your low back is tender, bring your knees together in this child's pose. And in this moment, remind yourself that you are safe, and you are safe to listen to your body, to your intuition. You're safe to let go of what no longer serves you. And you're safe to be here in this moment and give yourself all of your presence and your love and your gratitude. Your next inhale, float forward, stay on your knees. And we're gonna do a little mini up dog on our knees. Nice and gentle. Keep the hips high, so don't just let them drop forward here. Keep your core engaged. Open the heart. Draw the collarbone back. And then exhale, tuck your toes, down dog. Hips nice and high, keep those knees bent. And then start to draw your heels toward your mat. Ground down through the pointer finger. Inhale to your all fours. Exhale to a child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, tuck your toes, down dog. Inhale, float forward, back onto your knees. See if you can get your little up dog here on your knees. And then exhale, child's pose. Inhale, float to all fours. Exhale, tuck your toes, press back, down dog. Inhale, float forward, drop the knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, come up to all fours. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Inhale, float forward, plank, drop the knees. Exhale, untuck the toes, child's pose. Inhale, float back up to center through that little up dog. And exhale, press back, tuck the toes, down dog. See if you can find your rhythm here with this. Going a few more times on your own. Floating from a child's pose, a modified up dog, and then an exhale to your down dog. Bending your elbows and your knees as much as feels good for you. Next time you come to child's pose, stay there. On your next inhale, come back to all fours. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Hang out here for a moment. Gaze in between your feet. Pedal out those heels. Slowly walk your feet into your hands for a forward fold. Rest your chest on your knees. Let your arms and head hang heavy. A place where your highest chakra, your highest energy system is connecting toward the earth in this cyclical pattern here. So you're grounding yourself as you fold over onto yourself. Think of it as bowing the higher part to your lower part, acknowledging and being with every part of you. On your next inhale, walk your hands up your legs. Come to Uttanasana, standing pose. Plug your fingertips into the sky and exhale, arms down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a moment here. So we're moving a little bit slower, allowing our body to readjust and find our flow. Inhale, arms up out to the side. Exhale, forward fold. Stay strong in your feet, ground down. Let your head and neck go, and on your inhale for your halfway lift, walk your hands up, the shins in the front. And exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands next to your feet. Step back into your high plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Elbows kiss your rib cage. Tops of your feet press down on your mat. Inhale, baby cobra, really small cobra here. Press those pinky toes into your mat. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Elbows kiss the rib cage. Belly presses into the mat below you. Exhale, release, forehead to your mat. One more time, inhale, pull the chest up. Reach through the crown of your head. Tuck your chin. Release. Tuck the toes, press up, all fours. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet up to your hands. Exhale, release. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, root down through your feet to rise up and sit back as if you're sitting back into a chair pose. Once you get up nice and tall, take a breath. And exhale, hands down through your heart center. Thumbs touch your chest. Take a moment to just notice how this little movement has affected your body so far. Your mind, are you still aware of your intention? And if not, just bring your awareness back to that right now. Just notice if it's shifting or if it's staying the same. No judgment. Inhale, reach up and out. Exhale, forward fold. Let your head and neck go. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, step back, high plank. This time, exhale into a down dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to nose, and then gently step in between your hands. So here's a good place to grab your block. So I love only using one block because it allows me to have that stability where I need it, but I still have to use my core so I'm not sinking into my blocks. I'm really utilizing your block, my block. So just keep that in mind. It's giving you that practice. And if you need your other block, feel free to grab it. Stay here in this low runner's lunge, supported by the block. On your next inhale, use your block to come up into warrior one. Feel strong here. Squeeze the inner thighs toward one another. Inhale, maybe reach back with a back bend, just a slight chest opening. Then come back to center. And when you're back in center, bend the back knee. See if you can draw a line from the top of the knee down into your mat, squeezing the inner thighs toward one another. And then from there, straighten the back leg and notice how that stretches your hip a little differently. Find a steady gazing point on the wall of Find a steady gazing point at the wall in front of you. And exhale down, move your block. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, slowly lower knees, chest, all the way down. Inhale for a baby cobra. Exhale, press back up through all fours, tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift the leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift high. And exhale, knee to nose. This time, slowly step in between your hands. Take your block to the other side. Find your low lunge, supported by your block. So you're using your core to lift. You're using the support of the block. Find that fire. Move the blood. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Can you practice taking your hand up? Your next inhale, come up to warrior one. Squeeze the inner thighs together. And exhale, frame the front foot, move your block, inhale, high plank. And exhale, knees, chest, all the way down. And of course, if you can do your chaturanga, do that here. Peel the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, down dog. So this is really for all levels. You can modify, or you can do your advanced option if that's where you're at. So I'll show a mix, a variation. Stay with your breath. On your next inhale, float forward, high plank. Exhale, drop the knees. Press back, child's pose. So this is a great place to check in. So anytime we come to child's pose, just, am I not feeling safe? Okay, so tell myself, I feel safe. On your next inhale, float back up to all fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and gently walk yourself toward the front of your mat. Exhale, release. Heel toe your big toes to touch. You can also keep them shoulder width beneath you. On your next inhale, you're gonna bend your knees a lot. Begin to lift your chest, lift your arms. You can use your hands to walk and adjust your spine. We're going into a chair pose. Rotate the pinkies forward, squeeze the knees together, sit back, open the chest. Check in that you can see your big toes, sink a little deeper. And we'll hold the breath here. This is gonna build quite a bit of heat. Stay focused on your intention. This heat is stirring and churning, and the breath is washing it out. On your next exhale, forward fold, release. Let your head and neck go. Let it relax. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, sink your hips back, walk your hands up your legs. Inhale for chair pose. And then use your breath here to stay here and stay with it. Stay with your fire that is building. Relax your jaw. Focus on your breath. 2 more cycles of breath. Lift the chest. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, step back, high plank. And exhale, move through your chaturanga, whether that's dropping the knees or moving right down into your plank and your up dog or baby cobra. And exhale for your down dog. Can rock onto the toes, Sink back onto the heels. Always feels really good. Stretching out the back body. Activating the front. You'll feel a little bit more of that burn in your arms. Slowly walk forward toward your hands. Heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. Sink your hips down for a little squat malasana. You can use the elbows to drive the knees out to the side and straighten the spine. Again, staying with the breath. If you can't do this with your heels, if your heels don't come all the way down, feel free to use a block. You can sit on a block like this. Just be very gentle. So even when you're sitting on the block, really keep it pulled up. So just in case the block were to move on you, you're good to go. The block shouldn't move though, especially if you have a wooden one, a nice sturdy one. This one's a foam one. Whatever feels good. And then from here, we're going to play with a little bit of crow pose. So you'll rock forward and bring your weight into your hands. The knees will come up. You'll come up onto your toes. Knees will come up into your armpits. And just rock forward and lift one leg and then the other. And every day is different, so no judging. Let yourself just play. So you can remove that block if you had one behind you. But really, really just play like 1 and 2 and only go as much as feels good. Gaze can be out in front of you on the ground and slowly come down. So you can stay there for a few breaths. And some days you'll be able to stay there for many breaths. And other days you'll wobble and you'll fall over, and all is good. Slowly come down. We're going to sit right back onto our bum and go into a cobbler's pose. So you'll let your knees go out to the side, soles of the feet to touch. And then as if you were opening a book, you're going to open the pads of your feet toward your face, which will encourage your knees to fall out to the side. Use your feet to inhale, lift the chest, and then try to get your belly button to the soles of your feet as you start to roll forward. Try not to bend the spine. Keep it nice and strong. Belly button reaching to the soles of your feet. And then when you've hit your edge, hang out there. Just breathe. Breathe into those hips, so the hips store a lot of that winter vibe. So it can be a lot of stuck energy. Or maybe this is where your cobwebs live. So just by bringing awareness to our hips and things that are stuck, we can move them. And then you might experience emotions, and all of that is great. All of it's great. We have our community to reach out to. A lot of stuff lives in the hips, though. It's really our creative center. And I don't know about you, but whenever I'm here or in a squat, I feel like a kid. So it brings me back to those memories. And a lot of those memories are what form our adult life. And then when you're ready, slowly roll over, relaxing your head and neck, so finally rounding the spine. And if this is too much, grab that block, place it on the ground, let your forehead come to the block. You can use many blocks. Double up. You can use your blanket on top to keep it soft for your forehead. Whatever feels good. Remember, this is for you. You're getting moving for you. So this type of practice brings beautiful awareness to your body in a slow and controlled manner, like you are in charge. You get to go in and out of postures. So if something's starting to bring up something for you, you get to pull out. If you're just moving along and everything feels good, then go deeper. Ask your body how it wants to move today. When you're ready, remove those blocks, put them off to the side. We'll come into a boat pose. So hug your knees into your chest. And then begin to rock back. So just like we were playing with crow, but the opposite way, rock back onto that point on your tailbone where you can find stability and balance. Squeeze the core, lift the chest, and then begin to lift the legs. Hands can come out to the side or they can stay on your legs. Whatever one that best serves you today. And breathe here. So even during moments when the body is under stress, can you bring it back? Keep it calm. Maybe smile. 3 more breaths. If you're shaking, that's okay. And slowly lower. Feet down. We're going to go all the way down onto our back as slow as possible. Relax. Let it go. Bring the feet in right near your bum. So your fingertips should be able to touch the backs of your heels when you reach down. Keep them in line with your hips. Ground the ball of your big toe, pinky and heel into the mat. Press your hands, the base of big finger, thumb, and pinky finger on both sides in. Notice how that lifts your chest automatically. From this place, squeeze the core, press into the floor, and then we'll lift the hips for bridge pose. And exhale, slowly lower the spine down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift. And then scoot your shoulders underneath your back body if that feels good. So you'll just shimmy the tops of the shoulders inward. And maybe that helps the hips lift a little higher. And then if you'd like, you can clasp your hands underneath your back or stay where we were before in more of a modified bridge pose, supported bridge. You can also grab the block. This is too much on your lower back and get some support in there. I tend to like this level, the lowest level on the block. You can rest here, but make sure to keep the pressure in your hands and your shoulders rather than your neck, your feet. Always trying to protect that neck. The neck is the direct connector between the head and the heart. So we want to keep it nice and healthy, the blood moving, injury-free as much as possible. And if you're dealing with a neck injury today, just bring awareness to that and, ask yourself, where am I not being tender with myself in that connection of head and heart? When you're ready, on your next exhale, remove the block if you used one. If not, slowly lower. We'll have one more opportunity to go into this bridge pose. So any variation that we've just done, or you can go all the way up into full wheel if you're ready for that. Take a breath here. And then on your next inhale, ground down through the feet and hands, tops of the shoulders, press up, squeeze the bum. Draw the heels in toward your shoulders as if you're dragging them through sand. And if you're going into that full wheel, you can go ahead and do that. Or just stay here in bridge. So for me today, it feels really good to stay in this bridge. Squeeze the inner thighs together. They won't touch, but that energy of zipping it all in, going to be really stabilizing. One more full cycle of breath wherever you are. And then slowly exhale, lower the spine down to your mat. Let the knees drop left and right, windshield wipering them. And on your next inhale, bring the knees to touch, feet out wide so they'll kind of concave. Bring your hands to your belly. And just spend a moment breathing and taking this active recovery for your psoas muscles so they can get some rest. They work really hard to keep us upright and stable. Take note of the qualities of your body, mind, and spirit, your soul. And use the breath to massage anything that feels sticky. On your next inhale, grab your knees and begin to rock forward so you can use your feet to kind of propel you up, forward and back on the spine until you get yourself up to sit. Once you're seated, you can let the left leg out nice and long. Right foot can bend in toward your pubic bone to be like this. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the spine, almost as if someone was lifting a string through the crown of your head, lifting you nice and tall. Turn your body toward the extended foot on the left, and then slowly bring your belly button toward your thigh. Again, you can use a block here if that feels good. If you have a strap, you can use that. But if not, just stay here. So often we get distracted, I think, by props. And they're very, very helpful, but also we can just choose to not go as deep when we find our edge. So today I have a very short edge, and that's good, and that's fine. So depending on what you've done this week, what you haven't done, your body will be different. Just notice and accept and be without judgment. It's just a part of life, every day, every moment. If you're ready, you can exhale and release over that leg. If you're looking for a little extra heart opening, you can twist your body up and bring the top arm up and over. Or even just leave the arm behind your back. Just open the heart toward the front of your space. Stretching your side body. And then when you're ready, twist back over that leg, walk your hands up, and switch sides. Right leg extends. Same thing on this side. Find that upright position. Turn your torso so you're facing that leg. And then try to get your belly button over to your thigh with a long, strong spine. Lifted heart. And find your edge and hold for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly exhale over using any props that you need. Just breathe. Let the breath wash out those cobwebs. Do the same heart opening on this side. The right hand can come to the inside of the leg and then twist the torso and the heart up. Reach over with the top hand or behind. You can even look down at the knee, whatever feels good. So again, listening to your body. Move in a way that feels good, hold in a way that feels good, and use the breath to release and revitalize you. When you're ready, turn back over that leg, walk your hands up to an upright position. And this time we'll extend both legs out. Same thing. Find that long, strong spine. And we're only going to walk our hands as far forward as we can keep our spine nice and long. So you're really going to drive the belly button toward the tops of your legs. And then use your legs to hold you there. So walk your hands down as far as you can, keeping that long, strong spine, belly button toward your thigh. And we'll hold here. Find that edge. Should feel really sweet. Can walk your sits bones back a little bit too. And then slowly release over if that feels good. If not, stay where you're at. And of course, if this is tender on your lower back, bend the knees. Bend the knees more. And then you can actually rest the front body on your legs. Just feel into what you feel and notice what you notice. See if you can bring your awareness back to your intention. Walk your hands back up. And then we'll slowly lower onto our backs. Bring the feet up to the sky. Shake it out. A little upside down bug. Cross the right leg over the left. And then bring the left foot down on the ground. So you're kind of in like a cross-legged position. Scoot your left hip all the way to the outside of your mat, really far over. Put your arms out in a T position, then let your body twist over to the left for a little spinal twist here. You can look toward the right hand. You can flip the right palm up. Or you can modify in any way that you see fit. You can uncross the legs if that feels better. You can look straight, whatever you need. You can try a block underneath that right knee if you need an extra prop. And then using your hands, so press into the ground, use your core, twist back to center, use that left foot, scoot the hips back to center, untwist and put the left leg on top this time. Use the right leg to press the hip all the way over to the left side of your mat. And then let your legs fall to the right. And then let the gaze go over to the left. You can uncross the legs if that feels good. And maybe twist up the palms to the sky. Use the breath here to wring out any extra cobwebs. So by activating and pulsing the blood through your intention, it naturally gets the attention it deserves, and then it gets to release when it's ready. So you've just taken a step toward freeing yourself a little bit more today. And on your next breath, come back to center. Draw the knees back up. Hug the knees in toward the chest. You can reach down in between your feet and come into a happy baby for our final posture today. You can kick left and right. And here what I want you to do, I invite you, is to relax the throat, relax the jaw, and we're going to sigh with an audible exhale. So feel how that sound resonates on the ground below you in your back body. You can feel the back of your heart on the ground. That is your sound. And it heals you. It's a really beautiful thing to play and laugh. And this is a perfect posture to do that in. Spend another breath or so here. You can laugh, you can exhale, you can sigh, whatever feels good. Take any extra postures that you feel like you need. So maybe a Supta Baddha Konasana where the feet come together, the knees go out to the side. Maybe you would like to extend your happy baby legs and feel a wide-legged stretch. Or if you're ready to come into Shavasana, you can enter that now. You can bring the blanket over your body. And sometimes I actually just like to put the blanket on top of my belly, just something weighted, if I don't want to put it all over my body. So find that position now. Find anything else you need, and then your final resting pose. Allow the back of your heart to be supported. Allow the front of your heart to be open to receiving the guidance that you need. Once you've found yourself in Shavasana, take a few breaths of sighs of relief. Put your intention down. You've done the work today to acknowledge and free it. Just let it go, let it fall off of you with every exhale. Let it fall deeper into the ground below you. Let it be supported. Let yourself be supported. You are not alone. You are safe. And you are loved. Unhinge your jaw, open and close a few times. Feel the back of your body get nice and heavy as the ground supports you below you. From the crown of your head, feel the weight and the freeness of your muscles as they're supported. Feel your eyes rest in their sockets, your tongue unlatch from the roof of your mouth and relax in the mouth. Feel the space of your throat. Feel the air caress your lungs. Feel your arms heavy and supported. Back body, your bum, your legs heavy and supported. And the feet and the heels free of work, just being supported. And rest here like this, freeing your body and your mind. Allowing your heart to feel free and supported. Begin to bring awareness back into the tips of your toes, your fingertips and your nose. rolling the wrists, rolling the ankles, coming back into this body, into this room. You can stretch your arms up over your head. Maybe slowly make your way to one side. Press yourself up and come to sit on your block or your knees, whichever is most accessible for you right now. Try to keep your eyes closed and your experience internal if you can. And with deep gratitude, thank your body, your mind, your soul for showing up today, intending to any cleaning that needed to happen, any awareness that needed to be brought to any cobwebs, and trust that with every intention that you make to clear out what doesn't serve you, it makes space for the truth to rise in you. And it's all happening as fast and as slow as it needs to. You're right on time. And every day is a day to practice that soul fire, that radiance, choosing joy and choosing to change the things that bring you disharmony or dis-ease. And rub your hands together, place them over your heart. And we'll close out our practice today, our flow with an Om. So the resonance of Om is taking all of the sounds and bringing it right into your body. So it starts big and then it resonates deep into the heart space. It's said to be the seed sound of the universe. So you can join me and feel it resonating within you, or you can just let the sound wash over you. We'll take a full exhale together. Full inhale. And Om. Feel the power of that sound and how it draws the knowledge of the universe right into every cell of your being. And as you're ready, you can gently flutter your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me in our movement flow practice today. We'll see you for next time.